Hey, hello everyone. I've got things all over the place here. Papers. Don't need that. I hope you are well, and we gotta just plug this in. It's just a little cold around here for some reason. Maybe I'll take this shirt off and then if we warm up. Comes the time to rekindle the light, pulsing to the measure of the universal drum. Hope reflected in a new defiant song, burning bright the hearts of welcome, burning bright the hearts of welcome. This is a refrain of a song. I'm just going to sing the refrain. Comes the time again to rekindle the light, pulsing to the measure of the universal drum. Hope reflected in a new defiant song, burning bright the heart of welcome, burning bright the heart of welcome. All are welcome, all of the human race. Extend the hand of peace, the redeeming grace of radical welcome. All that we seek to be, this heart is open to the breath of humanity. All are welcome, all of the human race. Extend the hand of peace, the redeeming grace of radical welcome. Is all that we seek to be. This heart is open to the breath of humanity. Comes the time again to rekindle the light, pulsing to the measure of the universal drum. Hope reflected in a new defiant song, burning bright the hearth of welcome, burning bright the hearth of welcome, burning bright the hearth of welcome, burning bright the hearth of welcome. Songs called Comes the Time Again, that I thought was kind of for liberal, progressive, radical church services. Radical welcome, you know, everybody is welcome. I like that phrase. And I got to look at this. Are we? Can I get a little help here? I got it. And Morse, hello. Hello, everyone. Leftovers. I got some leftover songs right here. Put that glasses. The glasses aren't showing up in the. No, okay. On the camera. I love this song by Laurie Wyatt. Hi, Laurie. Somos el barco, somos el mar, navego en ti, navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you, you sail in me. The stream sings it to the river sings it to the sea sings it to the boat that carries you and me. Somos el barco, somos el mar, navego en ti, navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you, you sail in me. So with our hearts, how about with our hopes, we set the sails to face the winds once more. Now hearts, and with our hearts we chart the waters never sailed before. Somos el barco, somos el mar, navego en ti, navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you, you sail in me. Somos el barco, somos el mar, navego en ti, navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you, you sail in me. I sail in you, you sail in me. How about? Yeah. I put a little Latin beat to that song. You know, I had talked about it with Pete Seeger in the last year of his life. I got to play several times with Pete, and I said, you know, I love that song by Laurie White. He said, oh, I love that song too. And then we were playing at the we played this big benefit concert at the White Plains UU Church. That may have been our first song. And I actually had the words printed out because he was saying, I can't remember any songs anymore. But of course he remembered everything. But I started playing and you changed it. Oh, okay, we'll change it back. So the way he sings it, Somos el barco, like that. I thought with a little Spanish words in it, it could go in a Latin direction. Let's see, what are we doing? I don't know. I had a list. I got a list right here. Here's the list. Somos el barco. Let all our hearts. Let all our hearts. I wrote this song. This is one of the oldest songs that I still play. I wrote this song back when we were in the Winter Consort, and I recall riding in the car with Nancy Rumble, and she contributed at least a word or two to the song, and I said, is this all right? And she said, yeah, it's all right. Play it tonight. Oh, I know. We were going to go play by ourselves somewhere. And that's what it was. And I made an attempt at playing it that night, and kind of the way it came out that night is the way the song has gone ever since. And I got this is a steel string guitar. That was a nylon string guitar, the other one. Wait, what am I doing? I don't use this capo on here. It's the longer road I choose, with so many good friends left behind. How do I tell them of the trials and the peace I find? I'm tossed between two beacons that are mine. One burns fiercely, but the other shines. Let all our hearts open wide, feeling the spirit deep inside. And from within, shine your light, bright as the day, through the darkest night. Try it. Let all our hearts. Let all our hearts open wide, feeling the spirit deep inside. And from within, shine your light, bright as the day, through the darkest night. You only go so far on youth, and faith is my second wind. Drawing on that sweet breath, I face the world again. Sing it with me. Let all our hearts open wide, feeling the spirit deep inside. And from within, shine your light, bright as the day, through the darkest night. Life as the moon, strong as the sun, love and light dances within everyone. Let all our hearts open wide, feeling the spirit deep inside. And from within, shine your light, bright as the day, through the darkest night. Ooh, 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 ooh. Theme for tonight is home, but just for perspective there, a little traveling and then finding home. Homing in on home, I guess, and home is, of course, where you make it. I made these jokes. I had about 6 of them there. Home is where the leftovers are. Home is where the food is. Home is where the hearth is, if you have one. We actually do, right over there, but the landlord doesn't let us use it. So I wonder if cold air is coming down that thing. Boy, it got cold today here in Massachusetts, wherever you are. So about home and about food, if we might. right across the street from me almost. Well, I'm a block away from Big Route 9 out there. And across Route 9 is the Worcester County Food Bank. And we're actually in Shrewsbury. If you look at a map, there's a long, thin lake between Shrewsbury and Worcester, but we're really right there. So Worcester, which you used to call operators and you'd say Worcester and they'd know Worcester, but now if you ever call an operator or something, Worcester, what's the name of that place? Worcester. And then right next door is Leicester, which is Leicester. So, that's the way we do things. And if you want to pretend you're from Massachusetts, you say Worcester or something. Yeah. Come on, boys, girls. So, I can get worried about money and where things are coming from, but I'm extraordinarily lucky. Here we are with a house, roof over our heads, food to eat, and there are an awful lot of people right around us that don't have it, do not have food to eat, and have to choose now between getting evicted or food to eat, or maybe getting medication and food to eat, and so on. Getting gas in the car or food to eat. So please, right there, PayPal me or Venmo even, and the button on our website. The money will go to the Worcester Food Bank tonight, and I hope you don't just think, oh, if Jim doesn't need it, then I won't, this makes me look good if I can raise some money. Can I use my my internationally unknown status to entice some people to share? Can we do that? Why is that? That sound right? This is a song that's on my new album, and let me say, I have my new album now manufactured. I had been doing some just pressing CDs myself, because CDs are not what is selling so much anymore, and the download is available, but now we have the CD packaged up from CD Baby, Oasis Manufacturing, and it's been released on CD Baby, and it goes to the streaming services. I've been trying to invest in all of this, getting with the 21st century, and actually enjoying some success. Why? Something just didn't sound right there for a bit. That's okay. That'll work. I always wanted to, we rent this house. I'm maybe going to realize my American dream and be able to buy this house. I'll share with friends. I was in the Army a long time ago, so I have this VA loan that I've never used that could perhaps buy this house now. Not moving around the way I used to so much. Realize that, I say, that American dream, that dream of owning property and having your refuge, your sanctuary. But if I have my sanctuary behind walls, behind barbed wire and armed guards or something, if the inequity all around me is not taken care of, what kind of home do I have? If the mortgage on this earth is not paid. So, if I talk much more, I won't have to sing the song, so I'll sing. I've wished for the home that I could call my own, a place to be secure in the warmth of family, a place for love to grow, a place that I could know would hold fast as a refuge from the cruel winds that blow, from the cruel winds that blow. Everlasting home, turning toward the sun, a good day's work, a good night's rest. Everlasting home, everlasting home, I've put my heart into you. Evergreen, ever new, everlasting home. I've worked to have a home that is safe for all who dwell there, a place of peace, equality, and elegant simplicity, a place of understanding where all one would need to live in dignity. Doors open to all who come in love, just as it welcomes me, just as it welcomes me. Everlasting home, turning toward the sun, a good day's work, a good night's rest. Everlasting home, everlasting home, I've put my heart into you. Evergreen, ever new, everlasting home. If this earth is our home, our sanctuary, there's a threat and we must name it, not to poison or exploit, for we all own it, not for sale we claim it. When I'm done with this home, it will harbor sons and daughters who make a peace across the wide lands and rolling waters, family of all faiths, all colors, all paths to the spirit, with the music of all beings. If I listen, I can hear it. If I listen, I can hear. Everlasting home, turning toward the sun, a good day's work, a good night's rest. Everlasting home, everlasting home, I've put my heart into you. Evergreen, ever new, everlasting home. Do I have to paraphrase that? Everlasting home. This home, if the earth is really our home, what's wrong with the earth will soon be wrong with us. And there's no rich enough, privileged enough, insulated enough, military enough to protect you from that. We didn't take care of this, we didn't take care of that, didn't take care of the wild animals, didn't take care of blah, blah, blah. And Mother Earth maybe just sent us this virus to wake us up. Maybe that's not the way to think. I don't know if Mother Earth is vindictive, although, Gaia, the Greek goddess Gaia, Greek goddess, yes, kind of like Mother Earth, is she has her vengeful side. Read the mythology. Don't want to mess with that. A little philosophy here. I don't know what is this. I started writing this song. It was about loss, but it isn't about loss at all. It's about coming. I guess the part where sometimes you do this. You start writing something, you have an idea, and then you kill off that part and you come up with the rest of whatever you had. And the song's called "Rest in the Arms of Love." To love this world takes a courage. Rest assured, fear will not answer the call. Worry will not hasten the balm of peace, and anger solves nothing at all. Rest in the arms of love. Rest in the arms of love. Draw the circle without ending. Broken spirits now safe and mending. Welcoming arms wide and extending. Welcoming arms of love. What happened there? I just played the wrong chords. I'll play it right the next time. Welcome, rest in the arms of love. To love this world takes a persistence. The seasons bring both sun and the rain. Better with some perspective of time and distance. Love won't mask the truth, but soothes the pain. Rest in the arms of love. Rest in the arms of love. Draw the circle without ending. Broken spirits now safe and mending. Welcoming arms wide and extending. Welcoming arms of love. Rest in the arms of love. Let's find a rest for a time in forgiveness. Precious quiet moments heal this day. We won't ignore the distant thunder, but right now let the troubles of the world be far away. Rest in the arms of love. Rest in the arms of love. Draw the circle without ending. Broken spirits now safe and mending. Welcoming arms wide and extending. Welcoming arms of love. Rest in the arms of love. Oh, just a little songwriting measure there. It just keeps going up and up and up the scale, Then for songwriters. Put a surprise in there somewhere. Was there something else I got this other piece of paper. I haven't done this song I realized I hadn't done this song for quite a while, and I better have it in front of me. It's got a lot of verses. Kind of like an old English folk song, ballad that I wrote a long time ago. Wow, this song goes back almost as far as that other one. I pulled it out just recently, and I did it a few weeks ago. Another thing, I guess, about home. It's called Enchanted Isle. It's the 3 wishes story. You know, you bargain with the spirits for 3 wishes, Aladdin's lamp. There's so many other things like that, you know. I'd heard some English folk singer somehow just put me in the mood to hear this, to write this song, kind of on the I guess a sea shanty, but this really has nothing to do with that. Well, maybe it does, but a strophic song of many verses that tells a story. So you bargain with the spirits and say, oh, you know, I'll give you anything you want, spirits. They say, oh, don't worry about taking care of us. Take care of the wishes. An enchanted isle we live upon, surrounded by the wild and churning sea. Alas, my life has come undone. Here tell my tale, how it happened to me. Here tell my tale, how it happened to me. Gentle spirits, grant me favors 3, and I shall serve you faithfully. The fire first, and water for my thirst, and for my refuge a tall shade tree, and for my refuge a tall shade tree. If we these wishes grant to you, in return you must to them be true. You must beware, wild things need your care, lest in neglect they be gone from you. Lest in neglect they be gone from you. Care for your fire respectfully, for you must protect your fine tall tree. Be good to its roots, for it bears such fruits. And last, preserve the water's purity. Last, preserve the water's purity. In feast and drink, little thought we gave to the future for which we must save, while our refuse fell in the water well, now fouled and stagnant in its grave, now fouled and stagnant in its grave. Little food and water have we still, but nature's bounty knows no ill. We will find a way, so for today let us live as freely as we will. Let us live as freely as we I did break a warm fire to make, consumed by the flames ungratefully, consumed by the flames ungratefully. The blaze did roar, the flames grew higher, consuming all with rage and ire. Every last limb burned, a sad lesson I learned, as the steam rose above the extinguished fire, as the steam rose above the extinguished fire. With no branches reaching to the air, the well is dry, parched with thirst am I. Nature's justice seems oh so unfair. Nature's justice seems oh so unfair. Fair warning to you I make, to save you from the same mistake. Though the seeds be sown, they are not your own, and nature's trust in you must never break. Nature's trust in you must never break. Though the seeds you have sown, they are never your own, and nature's trust in you must never break. Nature's trust in you must never break. A benefit for home, a benefit for food, for our neighbors. Please do a little PayPal thing there and Venmo thing there or something. Button on my website, donations and custom payments, and the money that comes in tonight, we want to give to our friends across the street, the Worcester County Food Bank, and support the people. The lines are getting longer. You might have heard this on the news. People are getting sicker. That political statement of not wearing your mask is not working out very well. And this new regime is not going to come fast enough for thousands of lives, I'm afraid. So, okay, let me stop talking about that. You all know about that. I'm usually preaching to the convicted, so you know what I'm talking about. Jonathan Edwards, a little philosophy. Gonna sit down in the kitchen, make me something good to eat, make my head a little high, make the whole day complete. We're gonna lay around the shanty, mama, and give it a good buzz on. Well, there's nothing more to do, there's always room for more. Keep your mask on when you knock on your neighbor's door, 'cause I'm gonna lay around the shanty and a good buzz on. Come on, everybody, gonna have some fun. You only live once, and when you're dead, you're done. Let the good times roll. Come on and let the good times roll. Don't matter if you're young or old. Come on to get together and let the good times roll. Don't sit there mumbling, talking trash, and wanna have a ball. Some neighbors, you gotta spend some cash. Laissez le bon temps rouler. Laissez le bon temps rouler. Don't you be no fool. Look, laissez le bon temps rouler. Netflix is rolling on. You need some carry-out over there. Better tip that driver good, 'cause they don't get no health care. Laissez le bon temps rouler. Laissez le moule boule. Don't you be no fool. Let le bon temps rouler. Well, what else is in the fridge? Don't open that door. The devil's in there chilling, offering you more and more. Let the bon temps rouler. Let the bon temps rouler. Don't you be no fool. Got your grease and salt and calories, and you're about to eat. Your neighbor is hungry just down the street. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Don't matter if you're young or old. Come on and let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. No matter if you're young or old. Come on and let the good times roll. Where's that note? And get together and let the good times roll. Get together and let the good times roll. So, a little Jonathan Edwards and a little Clifton Chenier and a little Jim Scott got in there. Always need some new verses to a blues song. Is that a blues? That's not a blues song. What time is it? We're doing good. I didn't talk too much, so the songs are rolling along here. But I kind of want to tell you stories sometimes about where the song came from. My daughter Louisa is 16. I am so proud of her. She has started this campaign in town to change the name of the Shrewsbury High School mascot. Mascot, maybe not the right word, the team name or the moniker or something. The Colonials is the name. Another school not far from here, Acton-Boxborough Regional School, they were the Colonials. They changed their name recently. A lot of schools in Massachusetts have changed their Native American names. It's funny, some other states around here, I think Rhode Island has these animal names or something, and Maine has challenging, threatening names and stuff. But I don't know, we seem to have thought the Native American thing and all that was good for us here. Colonialism. Do you ever hear colonialism in a good light? I just heard on the news the other day about a poor school district. They called it, so I don't mean to insult them, but the poorest school district in the Denver school district. Dedicated people working to raise up stuff there, and uninhabited building becomes the gymnasium and they're saving the kids, and then urban renewal or whatever, big business comes in and takes over the buildings for some kind of big upscale development. And the guy says, sounds like colonialism to me, colonization to me is what he said. And you hear black leaders these days say, this is colonialism. Colonialism is when one powerful state or group dominates another and extracts the wealth and all that. Colonialism is not really something to be proud of. We did have these 13 multinational corporations that landed on the shores of this new world here, took the land away from the people who lived here and didn't seem to not notice them and don't want to write them up. And now especially they only want them to exist in the past because colonialism still goes on. We were a colony here when we were England. Then folks like George Washington said maybe he might have been a colonist. He might have even been a loyal colonist at some point, but he grew up to be a revolutionary, to fight against the colonial empire. No lesser institution than George Washington University, it turns out, was talking about changing their name, the Colonials, too. Well, somehow it got out in the news that my daughter Louisa, and so Louisa Scott, petitioned. She didn't do it by herself. I mean, she had the idea and she carried with other friends of color as well. Petitioned the school committee. They got 700 signatures, and there's more now. And went to the school committee, all that. Then it hits the newspaper. No mention of the 700 on the petition or anything. It's just Louisa Scott all by herself. Went to the school committee. And so she's famous now. She's singled out for abuse in town. People are swearing, threatening, doing all kinds of things. So we vanished for a week, actually. I'm going to just share it with you. I've never rented an RV in my life, but we just rented an RV and took off last week. And I'm not even going to say where we went, but not that far. And we camped out, didn't have any, we were socially distanced from everybody. And that's what we did. When you're home, the place that she grew up here, I moved around a lot. Well, I actually kind of grew up in the same place, and not all that far from here, but in some different towns in Massachusetts, and then I've been on the road a lot of my life. This idea of home, a home is your safe place. Suddenly Shrewsbury is not safe for my daughter. I think it is now. She does not want to give up the fight, by the way. So I'm proud of her. And I think, did I get this to happen? And should I have put this on a young person? She's okay with it. But it's been a little hard time lately. Even a kid who's gone off to college, the football hero, he writes to her, swears at her, tells her she's effing stupid and everything. And thing is, he's not a colonial anymore. He goes to St. Lawrence University, so now he's a saint. Is that a way the saint behaves? The way colonials behave right at the moment is not setting them off in a good light. So there's one side that's being vicious, angry, hostile, and one side is not, is saying, well, look, we just wanted to raise consciousness. So that's what we're up against here. Western Connecticut University is also doing the same thing. There's a couple other schools. There's a school, another school named Colonialism. Anyway, if you want to Google colonialism and see what that radical magazine, oh great, it's not a radical magazine at all. It says, history of colonialism. Anyway, a few years back, Louisa, we're sitting at dinner, and Louisa says, Dad? Yeah? Would you ever write a song about me? Leaving Halifax through New Brunswick, heading toward the sun, an enduring stretch of farmland to U.S. Customs and Route 9. It's an awful lot of not much, but an unobstructed run. Then to Bangor and the Turnpike, they call it the airline. Then the mountains I plunge into, the shadows they're casting beyond sunset destination, still so long and so far. If I could hope to grasp a piece of something everlasting, I would find my home. Home is where you are. Through the dark, your voice seeks out my heart. Your picture lights my phone. Close one chapter and keep moving. Just this one more thing to do. That curve of nose, that shade of hair, and I am not alone. Time and distance, an illusion, I'm never far from you. So many roads, so many years, more mistakes than you should know. May I live up to your dreams and the shape of life you see. For my heart will be in yours to carry everywhere you go. I can tell you that I missed you, but you were right there with me. I can tell you how I've fallen short of my own expectations, but you'll be sleeping when I get there, and I won't disturb your dreams. It's more burden than you need, my regrets and my reflections. I'll just bring my love and hide in there more than it seems. Now outside the door, I pause before I enter, surviving all confusion. Now the truth shines clear and true. There are dreams and there's reality, and I'm about to find my center. But nothing really matters now. Let's have a look at you. Oh, I hope you will put in a donation for the Worcester Worcester Food Bank. I wrote a musical years ago, and I got it put on a couple of times. This is the last song in the musical. I don't need to tell you that. The song could just exist on its own, but this kid has a favorite tree. Tree gets cut down. He sits in the tree to keep it from being cut down. Maybe it's a girl. Next time, I think it'll be a girl in the tree. And but she's tricked out of the tree, and the tree gets cut down. Well, it's a magical kind of story. She talks to the tree, and the tree talks back. In the end, she says, "What'll I do without you?" And the tree says this beautiful longer thing that I won't go through the whole thing, but says, I'm in everything. I'm a part of everything. Everything is in me. So wherever you go, I'll be there. And I will shelter you. You know, usually I start the song right there, but I want to say I think the interesting part, and if I don't need to tell you, all you sophisticated folks, is the tree says, I will shelter you, but not I will shelter you from nature, but I will shelter you with nature. I will follow you with sunlit migrating clouds that fly with the wind, nearly calling aloud, and through the watchful night that embraces where you are, I will be your sky of stars, and I will shelter you. I will shelter you. I will shelter you. I will shelter you. I will shelter you, my friend. I will shelter you with a love that has no end. Know that I will shelter you. Safe harbor I will make you under shimmering angel wings, an arbor of cirrus imaginings, and with the soaring rainbow overhead, I will cast a silken canopy above your bed, and I will shelter you. I will shelter you. I will shelter you when you're all alone. I will shelter you when the way is dark. I will shelter you when the night is long. I will shelter you when the world is cold. I will shelter you when you're afraid. I will shelter you when you need a friend. I will shelter you. I will shelter you. I will shelter you. I will shelter you, my friend. I will shelter you with a love that has no end. Know that I will shelter you. I will shelter you, my friend. I will shelter you with a love that has no end. Know that I will shelter you. Know that I will shelter you. Thanks for your donations. PayPal, Venmo, right there. You know, some people have I haven't figured out how to work this tip jar thing for people to make donations, like while they're watching, they push a button. Sorry, it's a little more convoluted, but you can go there. And thanks. We exist on your donations. And this week, I'm going to put the donations to the Worcester Food Bank. But let me tell you these two things before we play the last song. I am opening up the doors of my Patreon page that'll have a lot more content, some content you don't get other places. And if you're a subscriber, you get this stuff, and we're going to keep putting a new song on all the time, and other stuff like that. There's a lot of my writing and other things. A couple of old concerts that I found that you might find interesting, and other stuff like that. And my regular website, jimscottmusic.com, is going to come online with an entirely new wiring, a whole new website and store. And we're going to be doing, for the Christmas season, a half-price sale. So please, I will be driving you there with tantalizing deal. So if you don't want to go there today, wait about a day or two, and we're going to have the new website up. I'm all excited with that. And I want to say I have a managerial, secretarial office assistant, techno wizard too. Emily Lyons takes care of a lot of this stuff for me. Steve Israel does our newsletter, and Dan Tynan has been my producer, and even helped me with everything from accounting to other stuff. And so it's not just me. I am really held up by a group of really devoted helpers, and Joyce Holman as well has helped with editing and a cross-reference of my songs and things like that. So thank you from all of us, and we're going to go back to supporting all of us with the next thing we do. more thing I got to announce. I'm going to do a couple of guitar lesson, online guitar lessons. One is going to be tomorrow. I'm sorry, I don't know what time. I think we should say it's going to be at 2 o'clock. It's going to be on Facebook and YouTube, but you can see it later if you play guitar or just want to maybe start. It's not a beginner guitar lesson exactly, but it's a way of, I visualize the guitar. I see the notes across here, as if you were seeing the piano, which is all laid out in front of you, white keys, black keys. Where are those on here? It's hidden, but there's an imaginary thing, and it's not that hard. So I'm going to show you that little memory trick in my lesson, but some basic guitar stuff. I play with my fingers most of the time, and so I'm walking with my fingers here. And the thumb plays the bass notes, boom, boom, boom. The thumb, you can't see the thumb. And the fingers are like the right hand of the piano, the thumb's like the left hand of the piano. So, thank you very much. Love you all. Here's the last song. The chorus of a song. And may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night, ever dancing circles in the night. Ever dancing circles in the night. Thank you, everyone. Love you. Love each other, care for each other, and do come back. Join my mailing list if you haven't. Friend me on Facebook. I'm trying to collect you all. And we will look forward to seeing you next time.